Now, earlier I made a video covering the black Trump supporters who were showing up to Chicago City Council meetings to destroy Mayor Brandon Johnson, who has vowed to not cooperate with Tom Homan in his deportation plans, while also increasing property taxes on Chicago residents to help the city pay for the illegal immigration crisis. So obviously the citizens are frustrated and livid, and you guys should check that video out if you have not seen it. But Mayor Eric Adams of New York actually sat down with Tom Homan today, and their conversation was productive. So I want to show you a little piece of that.
What did you ask incoming voter czar Homan about his plans for his scope for deportation? What questions did you ask him about how far he wants to go with deportations, and what did he tell you?
Well, I think that what has been reported is totally distorted from what our face-to-face, eyeball-to-eyeball conversation. His goal is the same goal I have. We cannot allow dangerous individuals to commit repeated violent acts of violence in our cities across America. I've said this before, and I'm surprised the way everyone is attempting to state this is a new coming of Eric Adams. I've stated this over and over again, long before this election, that this can't be a safe haven for violent individuals.
Kudos to him for showing a shred of common sense and actual respect for the will of the people. What mayor would not want criminals to be removed from their communities at the cost of the federal government? And they keep asking him, is it just criminals they're going to be going after, or is there kind of a broad scope for all illegal immigrants? Now, me personally, I don't think it's logistically possible to deport all illegal immigrants in the 4 years that Trump has, but I do understand why he speaks in such broad terms. Because if you speak broadly, it disincentivizes other people from continuing to come across the border if they think they're just going to get sent right back home. Now, realistically, he's probably just going to target criminals, just target people who have deportation orders, and then move down from there. But if you say that out loud, then someone thinks they can come across the border and they'll get put on the back of the list and they'll have 10, 15, 20 years. Hopefully the politics change by that point and they may never have to leave. It's the same way he talks about broad tariffs on people, but is likely only going to use them in very specific situations, and 99% of the tariff threats aren't even going to be implemented. They're just a negotiating tactic to get America favorable terms. Now, I'm going to be coming out with a video a little later on today about the bombshell report that just came out that confirmed that 26 FBI informants were within the crowd in January 6th, and several took part in breaking into the Capitol. But get this, none were arrested. I think this is really shocking news, and a lot of questions have come up based around this. Were they inciting the riots? Were they trying to get people to break into the Capitol? What were they doing? And what was the scope of their reason for being there? It's the same skepticism people had during the BLM riots, where people would take pictures of pallets of bricks just being dropped off in the inner city, basically asking the question, who is trying to incentivize people to start riots and foment chaos?